Hey guys, Donny here. I'm back again with another live stream. I know this was as promised, so today we are going to be rating all the mid Sodor no the all the Five Nights at Smudgers characters from the Mid Sodor Railway Origins. Before we do that, I'm gonna wait for 5 people to join so that we can get started with the rating. Alright guys, I just sent the link to the people. Hey Super Dude, if you want to join, the link is on the community post or Discord. And for the community post, it's just for my friends only. Hey Luca. Alright, Leo. I guess you want to do the rating too. Oh, and Luca, if you want to join, links on community post or Discord.
Hey.
Alright. Hey Leo.
Hello.
Hope you're ready for the Five Nights at Smudger characters rating.
I have the game on literally. I literally have the game on my laptop, so I know.
Alright,
I know.
hey Leo.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Hope you're ready. Super dude, if you want to join, like you can join.
I am.
That's the Smudger characters.
I'm
Rating.
always ready. In fact, I have the game on my laptop too. I literally have the game on my laptop, so I know.
Alright,
I know.
hey Leo.
I know. Yeah.
Hope you're ready. Super dude, if you want to join, like you can join.
Alright. I'm gonna put another tab. Catalyst.
Hey, bestie.
Yes,
Thank
hello.
you.
So I guess you're ready for the Five Nights at Smudger's characters rating.
Yeah, might as well ready. Might as well ready.
Hey,
Yo,
Noel.
there.
We're just waiting for two more people to join. Then we'll do the rating. Hey, Bogmas.
Chicken.
Oh, hey, Pogmas.
Well,
Hello
Bog,
there.
I guess you're ready for the ranking. I mean,
Hey,
rating.
Thomas.
Yes.
Just waiting for one more person, then we'll get started with the rating.
Okay then.
There's someone. Oh, wait. Oh, no. It was Donald. Oh, wait, there he is.
Well, hopefully my bestie joins.
This is gonna take a while.
Yep. Don't worry.
I'm still looking for some Roblox models to like put
But Pog,
in
I
my
wanted to
game.
ask you a question.
Yes?
Um, so since I want to be friendly to you, would you like to join my Discord server? Just being a little friendly.
I mean, yeah, sure, honestly, why not?
Alright, I'll get my Discord link and put it in the private chat so that you can join.
Alright.
Alright, Pog, the link is in the private chat.
Okay, just give me a sec.
Well, alright, Pog, you're in there.
Alright, there we go.
Alright, my bestie's here. Sorry, but stream's full.
Hey, Michael. Mike.
Oh, I know the person in the live chat.
Wait, you know him?
Yeah. There's one reason why I know that, guys, because he asked me for some models, trans models mostly.
Oh.
Wait, who?
This guy.
The person, yeah, that guy, yeah.
Pog, do you want me to, like, ban him or time him out or anything?
I mean, no, it's fine. It's just, I mean, he hasn't begged me for some stuff recently, so it's fine. So it's okay.
Alright, but please don't join the stream yet, because it's full.
It's full.
But, yeah, it's full. Alright, guys, so, who is ready to rate
I am.
Five Nights at Smudger characters?
I am.
I am.
Let's get ready.
But first, who is?
Oh, I was Gibson ready.
Alright,
Super
I'm
Dude,
ready,
you
I
ready?
suppose.
Alright, guys. Alright, guys. So now we are all ready.
Yep.
Alright, guys. Let's get started. First, I'm gonna go to the wheel of names, put all the characters in, and we'll see who we're gonna rate first.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Make sure it's short form plus. I'm ready.
You know, if I'm gonna be honest, I think me and Noel are the only two people know a lot of stuff about finance and Smudgers 4, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
If
I mean,
that's
I've
the
recently
case,
even seen, and recently today, I even like watched a few more gameplays of it. If I'm, dang, those years when Fantasy Smudgers 4 was a huge thing back then. Nostalgia, honestly.
yeah.
We have Stanley and Smudger. You guys want to see?
All right, guys. So first, I have to get all the names in.
I see. If you don't mind, I
Okay.
made this video. Make video of Stanley and Smudger. Hold on. Let me show you. Hold on.
Let's see. Let's see it.
Sure, you can show it all to us.
Want to see this, guys?
All right, guys. I got all the names in, and who's ready to spin?
Oh yeah, wait. Before you spin,
Us.
here. Look, I want to see. I want to show you something.
Sure.
All right.
What is it?
Oops. Hold on. Hold on.
I heard it.
Hold on. Just keep watching. I made something hilarious.
Some type of ice.
Oh yeah, the cutscene of the end of the line battle.
Hold on. That's it.
Yep.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
So that's what it's about then, huh? Oh my god, really? You just had to make that as a meme?
All right, guys. Who is ready?
Okay, no, if I'm gonna admit
I
one thing that
am.
does make sense, if I'm gonna be honest.
I'm
am.
ready.
All right. I'm ready to.
So that's what this is about then, huh?
All right.
That
All
stupid
right,
little
guys.
accusation.
All right, guys.
Yes.
Now it's either between Duke, Steamer, Smudger, Stanley, Albert, Bertram, Smoother, Jordan, Adam, and Daniel. All right, guys.
Okay.
Let's see who the first character we're gonna
Sure.
rate. All right, it's spinning, and it looks like we are gonna rate one of the bully engines.
Are you
Know
sharing
who
the
it
screen?
is? No, cause
Who is it?
I'm on phone, so looks like I have to tell you.
We're
It's
going
a
to win
Deagle. All right, it's Daniel. All right, guys, let's.
Daniel.
Yep,
Okay.
Daniel. Daniel's one of the bully
Daniel.
engines. All right, Daniel. 5 nights at Smudgers. Here,
Let me just go
here we.
Smudgers. We.
All right, so we will look. We will look at its history first.
Sure.
All right, we're gonna go through all of them since they're all a trio, and it looks like we'll have to remove Adam and Jordan because they're all a trio. All right, guys. So now we all know what happened, but I'm still gonna read it. Here we go. The bully engines, aka Adam, Jordan, and Daniel, were a trio of engines who were jealous of Smoother. They tried pulling a prank on him, but it caused Smoother's demise. They soon lied to the manager saying that Smoother caused his own death, and he believed them. But but it enraged Smoother's driver, and he soon went missing along with Smoother's remains. One night, the trio and their crew were having a party in the shed, but it was soon interrupted by someone knocking on their shed door. At first, they thought it was just an animal, but when they opened the door, it was an undead Smoother who wanted revenge for what the trio did to him. The trio and their drivers soon got brutally murdered by Smoother, and all of them were soon finished off by his flamethrower. There's more. When the police came to investigate, they found only the mangled bodies of the victims who were inside the shed. They were scrapped after the murder. However, here, oh, this actually might be a very good one. Let's just look at their basis, and then we'll get them their score. Hey, where'd Michael go? Guess we'll just keep on going. Jordan is based off a Festin Isles Railway Prince, built with a coal bunker instead of a tender. Smook shares the same design. Who's Smook?
I think
I'm not gonna...
they ran into a blue lining who looks like
Oh.
Duke.
Duke, Bertram, and Gerald are also based on Prince, with the tender still intact. Adam
Smook
is based
also
off
has
the...
Albert's face too.
Adam is based on the Tallyglin Railway. Is Sir Hayden, Sir Handel, Proteus, and Albert, and other members of this class. Also Ireworth, too. Daniel is a Tallyglins Railway, Midlander, Rusty, and Engine 040 are other members of this class. So after reading all that, I give Adam, Jordan, and Daniel a 6 out of 10 because after what they did is so unacceptable. Leo, Super Dude, Pogmas, and Noel, what scores do you give these bully trio?
Well,
I
okay,
give them
so
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
okay, but
Hold
hold
on,
on.
one at a time, guys. One at a
Hold on,
time.
guys, one at a time. Noel, you go first.
9 out of 10.
Pog.
And why you get? And why?
So for me, well, judging by the fact they're technically just reskins, if I'm gonna be honest about that, they do have pretty good character, and they're perfectly explained in the backstory that Smudger explained to Steamer. Their character is built very well to say the least, despite them being just reskins again. But overall, they do sound like pretty good, well, deckhead of characters. So I'll give them 8.7 out of 10.
Super Dude, what do you rate Adam, Jordan, and Daniel?
Well, first off, I obviously don't follow up with the Five Nights at Smudgers, but I mean, they do sound interesting, and what they did, yeah, that was just a bit unacceptable. What they did. So, I think.
But I mean, again, they were dinless.
Well, because I also, like I said, I don't follow it, so I don't really know too much about it. But if I did, and obviously I read about them, then I would maybe give them maybe like a 7.8. So roughly a 7. I would give them a 7.
And Leo, what do you give Adam, Jordan, and Daniel?
I'm gonna say 7.5.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next character. And Smoother's gonna stay. We have Albert. All right, guys,
Albert,
let's go to Mr. Albert.
May I read the page about him this time? Let me also look for the page as well, so I can read it out this time. So let me look for Albert. Where is it? Where the hell is Albert?
All right, I got Albert.
Wait, hold on. Let me try to look for his page because I kind of want to read out Albert's page this time.
Hold on, I had the Outlet's page. I have Outlet's page. I'll put the link.
I'm trying to look for it.
No, I'll give the link to you.
Oh, don't worry. I found it. Found it. Never mind.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. I'll read all this. All right. Here we go.
Wait, what? But I
So-
just said I was gonna do it.
Okay, Pog, you can do it.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys.
Albert is an engineer who worked at the Mitsubishi. Hold on. So Albert is an engineer who worked at the Minnesota Railway with Duke, Smudgers, Stanley, and Steamer. He is the brother of Sir Handel Proteus. Biography. Albert first made his debut when Smudger was moaning about an engine stealing the trucks. He gave Smudger a theory that it would be possibly be Stanley using reverse psychology to steal the trucks.
Psychology.
Later on, he scared Smudger and Steamer on how
It's
to
pronounced
psychology. Yeah, thank you. Later on, he scared Smudger and Steamer on Halloween night. After the two of them run off, he realized that he was the one who stole the trucks, saying that after he does that, they will love him and he will be the number 2 of the Minnesota Railway's engine after Stanley was out of the job for his derailment. After that, he was pushed into the muddy pond by Smudger after Steamer heard him, the one stealing the trucks. He was taken away by Bertram shortly after appearance. Albert has the same color as Sir Handel, but brighter blue. He has the black running board and the gray buffers. His funnel has a yellow ring around it. He has a nameplate on the sides written Albert, but in Five Nights at Albert's, he carries the number 5 to represent him being the 5th engine of the Minnesota Railway. Personality. Albert is an engine with a big cocky attitude and is not into gossiping. He tries to get other engines in trouble and is the reason Stanley killed Steamer. Basis. Albert is based on the Talclone Railway Sir Handel. A Hughes Falcon 042 ST that originally worked on the Course Railway. Sir Handel and Proteus share the same basis. The Course Railway is currently building another Falcon locomotive.
Can I do Steamer?
Well, so that was Albert. Now, my thoughts of him. Sounds like a good... The way Big Trevy made his character, I'm gonna be honest, it is a good character build, despite also being a bit of a reskin, but it has good characteristics to say the least, and there aren't that many narrow gauge engines who try to like frame others and not into gossiping too much. So, in my opinion, Albert deserves like a 9.7 out of 10. So, what do you guys think?
I'm gonna give him an 8.1.
Yo, Clay, can I do Steamer?
7.5.
It's Donald, but unfortunately, the computer I was using unfortunately died. So, yeah, we can do Steamer.
If you don't mind, can I read
Hey
it?
there. Yeah, since the computer died, let's let Noel read Steamer's
But Donald, the thing is,
we'll let Noel read it.
Okay.
but hold on, Donald. Yet again, he can just like go onto the wiki page and then boom, read it out.
I know. I'm on my phone. So I can read it.
All right, go on.
Okay.
And don't worry, Pock, you can do the next one.
All right.
Hi, Duke. Steamer's quite famous quote. Steamer is a narrow gauge engine. He is friends with Smudger and Duke. He is also one of the projects of the 5 Nights at Smudger series, and he's also an original character. In 1917, Steamer came to the Mid-Sodor Railway only for a short time. During his stay, he was good friends with all the engines there. He and Duke were having a rest at the sheds. Duke then recounted the engines fighting over fighting over the missing trucks to Steamer. After a small argument between Smudger and Steamer, Stanley suddenly derailed and hit the support of the shed roof, causing it to drop and fall and trap Duke and Steamer. During Halloween night, he and Smudger were telling ghost stories. They were both scared by Albert, and they ran away. However, Steamer had heard what Albert said, saying that he was the one who stole the trucks. Steamer told Smudger after the fight between Smudger and Albert. Albert was taken away by Bertram in disgrace. While the engines were laughing together in the sheds, Stanley was completely angry at them and wanted revenge, starting with Steamer. It was also Steamer's last day at the Mid-Sodor Railway. That night, Steamer was given a new coat of paint, and he is ready to leave. He then came to the old iron bridge. He noticed Stanley at the other side. Suddenly, Steamer hit Steamer suddenly it noticed the metal rods on the bridge and tried to stop, but it was too late. Steamer then hit the metal rods, derailed, and fell into the swamps below. He was never found again, but many workmen will tell you that when the moon is full, they had seen the little engine trying to get home, but he never reaches at the other side. In
All right.
2015, Smudger visited Steamer and told him to come with him, and that he broke the barrier that keep him from crossing, so Smudger can get Steamer's life back. After Smudger had ordered an important delivery at the harbor, he and Tim waited him to come. Steamer thanked Smudger and went inside into the saddle brown tank engine's body. And then Steamer was back. Appearance. When Steamer was first introduced, he was painted black. He was also had his name written on each side on his boiler. He was later painted red. Gameplay. Through the third game, Steamer wasn't named until the fourth game. He was simply called Ghost. For more information about the Ghost here, click here. Vine Smudgers for Engines at War. Most of Steamer's appearances are only in the items of character and cutscenes. However, Missing 4 has something to do with him because the important delivery was for him. After night 4, Tim is asked to wait at the harbor for a important delivery. Smudger that order, which is for Steamer to get his life back. In the first cutscene, after Smudger had ordered the important delivery at the harbor, he and Tim wait to come. Steamer thanked Smudger and went into the saddle brown tank engine's body, and then Steamer was back. In the second cutscene, he and Duke were looking for Smudger when the G-bomb was about to blow up after the battle with Stanley. Then Tim's car pushes Smudger off the rails and right next to Duke and Steamer, just as the G-bomb exploded. After that, Duke then asks why Smudger he saved his life. Steamer explained that they wanted the old game back together. After that, they set for home. To get all the items to the Mid-Sodor origins, the player must do all the nights to all the toys had seen in different nights. Personally, Steamer is a friendly and cheerful engine. He is also a hard worker. Bases. Steamer is based on the Italian's Railways Italian, a Fletcher genus Class C 042 built in 1864. In the Railway series, Italian is Scarloi's twin. Scarlois shares the same basis. Traveling. In Steamer wasn't named until the fourth game. He was simply called Ghost if his Go form counts. Then he would have been the first OC to appear in every Five Nights at Smudgers game. In July 2022, when the leak behind scenes the footage of Series 5 was revealed, in a delete scene from Duncan Gets Spooked, there was a black engine who that looks like very similar to Steamer. Dan.
All right, that was interesting to say the least.
You know what? After hearing Steamer's backstory, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Leo, what do you give it?
10.
Super Dude, what do you give Steamer's backstory?
I think I should give it a 10.
Hog?
Okay, now.
I give him a 10 out of 10 too.
Okay, if I'm gonna be honest, like his backstory was like so well made, and not to mention even the coincidence of him actually being the engine from Doug Gets Spooked also adds up plenty of points, which would technically mean he's a canon character. That's one thing I'd like to mention. And the surprisingly how he got his body back thanks to Smudger is also another thing that makes him more of a special character and like a more important character to the entire lore and story of Final Smudgers. So he definitely deserves a 10 out of 10.
And Noel,
Yeah?
what do you give Steamer's backstory?
Teddy gave that a 10 as well.
10 out of 10.
And everyone gave Steamer a 10 out of 10. All right, Hog.
It really describes it well, to be honest. That's why it just really describes it.
All right, Pog. I'll just have to pick a random one. So, Pog, we should now do Bertram.
Bertram. Okay, let me open up his.
He might not have very much, but let's just do Bertram anyway.
Okay, let me just go look for his page. Found a different wiki page. Okay. So, so here's his bio. Bertram used to work at the mines near the Mid-Sodor Railway and Timber Bay. His fate was unknown to many after the mine's closure, and it was assumed he was left to rust. He remained at the mine until it was rediscovered years later. Over time, he became legendary, many knowing of the old warrior ghost haunting the mine. However, one night Toby discovered Bertram whilst watching over the mine and castle, which were being restored to accommodate visitors. At first, Toby thought Bertram was a ghost, but at first Toby thought Bertram was a ghost, but the two have since became firm friends. Bertram was later restored and became responsible for transporting passengers to and from the mine and the castle, taking passengers to the fairground with him. He and Proteus later got possessed by Smudger to look for Duke. Later on, he was later moved to his own station, Bertram's station. He and the others got crushed in the landslide. He and the others were possessed by Stanley. Appearance. Bertram is painted dark brown with red lining. At some of his merchandise, he has 2 brown or red nameplates on either side of his saddle tank, with his name written in gold. Bertram's original wooden railway toy depicts him with a red cab roof, domes, and lining. He also has L in place of his nameplates. In Francis Smudgers 4, he is given spikes around his body except his tender, where he is also given a 108-degree rotatable gun, and he is called Warrior Bertram. Gameplay. I'm gonna skip the gameplay because it's too long. Personality. It is said that he is very brave and that he and Toby are firm friends. Toby states that if there are any ghosts at the mine, they certainly make the place feel very happy. And that's pretty much it about Bertram. Now, some few things I need to note about Bertram is that he did get possessed by Stanley, and he has spikes on the side, mainly on the side of his running board and at the front of his buffer beam as well, except at the back where his cab would be, and nothing changes to the tender. He kind of acts like the role of like for example Bonnie and Chica from the original FNAF games, which Proteus kind of has that same game mechanic. So nothing too much about Bertram, if I'm going to be honest, but he is a good character overall, and not to mention in Mid-Sodor Origins, he mainly appeared once, who was taken away at Albert before he got possessed.
You know what? I give his story a 9 out of 10. Leo, what do you give Bertram's story?
Honestly, I'll give Bertram a 9 out of 10 as
I'm gonna
well.
give him 8.5.
Super Dude, what do you give Bertram's?
I mean, this actually sounds interesting, I have to say. But I think I'm going to go with Pog on this one. I'm going to give it a 9 as well.
Smudger? I mean, no, Noel, what do you give Bertram's story?
I give it like 7 out of 10.
And I called you Smudger by accident.
Sorry.
Also, I did go to like
I'm
a different
such a
wiki
mother.
page about Bertram.
Already, Donald. Everyone does that.
And, but,
Everyone, they do.
and also, I did go to like a different Francis Smudgers wiki
Yeah,
page
yeah,
about
one.
Bertram, and I like how it explains more info to like his original character, like his merchandise, his original appearance, and even the appearances in the games.
Let's go on to another character. This one, Noel, wait, actually, Super Dude, no, wait, that, oh my god, no. Noel, would you like to read this one?
Noel?
He's not there, so I think I'll do it again.
Wait, hold on, Noel, you there?
Are you there, Noel?
No, he's not there. Alright, I think I'll do this one as well.
Alright, this
Oh.
next character will be, it will be Duke.
Alright, okay, Duke. Okay, let me look for this page. Alright, that's 4 inches of war. Duke. Let me look for this wiki page. Okay, this one's too good. Right, there we go. So, bio.
Wait, which character?
Duke was one of the... Okay. So, bio. Duke was one of the many engines that worked on the Mid-Southern Railway with Smudger, Proteus, Stanley, Stewart, Vulcan, Steamer, Bertram, and Albert. So his appearance only says he's a very old engine, so I'm going to skip that. Personality. Duke is a very, very wise and friendly engine. He can sometimes get frustrated from some of the engines like Smudger and Stanley, but overall he is mostly kind to everyone. Basis. Duke himself is based on Prince, a George England engine from the Festin Railway and Porthmadog, North Wales. Unlike his bases, Duke is built to 2 foot 3 inch gauge, while Prince is built to 1 foot
11.5 inches.
11.5 inch gauge. Bertram is another member of his class, along with Gerald. Trivia. Yeah, I was gonna skip his trivia since like it only mentions his voice actor. Well, not much to say. He's pretty much basically the same old Duke that we mainly know. Nothing too much character about him, but there is some things I do want to also note out is that he was captured by Stanley and was placed underneath a bomb. But then later on, Smudger comes in to save him and was placed on a flatbed that Steamer was coupled up to. And then, like after the fight, he was fully loaded onto the flatbed. And then everything else happens from there. And then after they make it home, he gets repaired and fully restored to his glory. And then boom. Like nothing too special about Duke. He's like basically the same character.
For Duke's backstory, I give him a 7 out of 10. Leo?
I mean, yeah, all the stuff for me is like a 7.
Leo, what do you give Duke's story?
I think I'm gonna give him like 9.2.
Okay, trust.
Super Dude, what do you give a Duke's?
Well, like Pog was saying, yeah, there's not really much about obviously about Duke in the wiki about it. There's not really much about it. I'm not sure him, so I meant to. But it really does. I do
okay.
like how he was captured and then where he was placed. That's just where he was placed. That just kind of caught me off guard. He was placed underneath like a
Yeah,
farm.
yeah, super dude. If you have seen a lot of gameplays of like the entire Final Smudgers franchise, then you would understand. Mainly
Yeah.
the fourth game.
Hmm.
Because like if I'm gonna be honest, the fourth game is like the best one.
Yeah. But like I said,
All right,
yeah,
Noel.
that bit there, yeah, it just caught me off guard. So I think for that, I think I'll probably give it an 8 out of 10.
Noel. Noel, what do you give a Duke story?
I don't think he's there as of right now. I think he's a bit
I
busy
gave
with
him.
something.
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry, I
never mind.
don't know because some disturbance going on. I gave him 10 out of 10.
All right. Noel, would you like to read this next one?
What is it about?
Next one will be either Smudger or Steamer. Let's start with Steamer first. No, not Steamer. Smoother. Let's start with Smoother first. And then Smudger will go next. All right. So, Noel, you'll do Smoother, and Pog, you'll do Smudger, okay?
All right.
All right. So, Noel, all right. And then Super Dude, then if you want to go on the wiki, for Five Nights at Smudgers, I'll give you
There are
Stanley.
two. Well, the thing is, there are two wikis about Final Smudgers 4. Just like two of them.
I'll give you Stanley Super Dude if you want. And yeah, I forgot Proteus. Leo, if you want, you just have to go to the Five Nights at Smudgers wiki, and I'll give you Proteus if you like.
Yeah, but
If you
like,
don't mind, can I
but Donald, the thing
Smoother
is,
first?
but it does depend which one he goes to, because like I said, there's like two. There's like two Final Smudgers 4 wikis.
All right. All right. Noel, take it away with Smoother.
All right, then. Let me read. I'm on the recap page, and now let's read it. Smoother is Smudger's older brother. Before Smudger worked on the Mid-Sodor Railway, the railway that he came from was very small, and most stuff talk about the much bigger railway not far from his old railway. Smoother was the one of the engines who worked there. He was named as the mask engine because he wore a mask to protect him from sparks fly over his face. Smoother was also the manager's favorite engine. However, the other engines who also worked with him didn't like him because they thought Smoother was making them stupid. They were also jealous and often called him names and were very rude to him. But Smoother didn't mind and often carried on with his work. But one day, the other engines went too far with him. They tried to pull a prank on Smoother, which caused the ship go on fire, and Smoother, the black mask engine, was burned and killed in the accident. The other engines didn't want to get in trouble for him, so they blamed to the manager, and the manager believed him. The manager was ashamed of Smoother and sent Smoother's burned body to the scrapyard that night. But Smoother's driver was filled in rage of the manager believing the bully engine. He then took Smoother's body to somewhere else and disappeared. People believe the driver went to the UK because he was never seen or heard again since.
Alright, Mac.
1 month later, some trucks were outside of the shed. I heard the bully engines and their drivers in the shed. It was pretty foggy that night, so the trucks couldn't see through the shed doors. The bully engines and their crews were telling jokes to each other and listening to some music. The laughter was quickly stopped by after they heard a knock on the shed doors. The engines and their drivers thought it was an animal or something else of them. Officers were scared off. But what the engines and their crews didn't know, what was behind the shed doors, going to be scared to be off. Once they opened the shed doors, the mist cleared, and outside stood a veritable, modified and undead engine with eyes created by trucks, more evil than the devil himself, with the manager's rip-off head attached with buffer. Smoother that all the trucks could do was watch Smoother as charge into the sheds and see the engines and their crews' blood and inches splat on the shed windows, and hear the screamings of the bully engines and their crews getting finished off being burned alive with his flamethrower. The police were called to the next day, but only found the mangled dead bodies of the bully engines with no killer. No one knows or wants to know where the mask engine is now. Appearance: Smoother is painted dark blue, and he has the number 4 on his sides and nameplate on both sides written Smoother. He has a black mask to pretend sparks his flying face to have red sparks all over his mask. One of the buffers features the manager's rip-off head and snap knife on the front. Gameplay: Five Nights at Smudgers 4. Smoother's story can be told in Five Nights at Smudgers 4 extras on Sodor Origins Spooky Stories. He will also appear in items category if the player manages to get all three items of the game. If the player goes onto items, a chest that was seen on the bottom of the paper will be opened. If the player clicks it, there will be a cutscene. He also appears in the LU logs. The cutscene. The cutscenes start with a ship security guard killing his. Often after a few minutes, the alarm goes off, and the man whose speaker says that the ship is in the terrible sinking. The security guard then runs to the gate doors to get out everyone. When he opens the door, Smoother suddenly appears. The ship's security. The security begs for mercy to Smoother not kill him. But Smoother murders him in the heart and rip off the shady skirt head off at the end of the cutscene. Personally, Smoother is possibly a hard worker, likely because he carries on with his word and is the manager's favorite, but also is wonderful. Like Smudgers seen in 3 games, he can be described as a political train wanting revenge. Smoother is based off the Italian's Railways dog, a Fletcher genus class BB040WT. In the Railway series, his dog is Rheneas' twin. Smudger, Genus, and Rheneas are the other members of this class. There.
Dang.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was a long one I thought. I'm not gonna lie.
Dang, Smoother has a lot of potential.
Yep, I
He's
give
I'll rate him a 10 out of 10, honestly.
Smoothers not a 10, but a 100.
Oh gosh,
Hog, what do you give
Dang.
Steamer's story?
You mean Smoother, but anyway. Honestly, a 10 out of 10 straightforward with no hesitation.
Leo, what do you give Smoothers backstory?
I give him a million.
Super Dude, what do you give Smoothers backstory?
Well, it was really long and quite interesting, so I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Maybe 100.
And Noel, what do you think?
I will give him like 100. 1,000.
Actually, no, I changed my mind. I give it 100,000 out of 10.
Same. But anyways, Pog, your turn with Smudger. Take it away with him.
So, one thing that I'm sure everyone already knows, and it's quite obvious, Smudger is the main character for the Five Nights at Smudgers series. Bio. According to Duke, Smudger was a show-off who rode roughly and often came off the tracks. Duke tried to warn him to be careful, but Smudger refused to listen to his advice. He was finally punished by being turned into a generator and being put behind the engine shed. This story was used by Duke to lecture student Falcon. The 2 engines became really useful engines. Appearance. Smudger is a green narrow-gauge steam engine with a golden dome and black stripes. He has a tall funnel with coal bunkers on each side of his boiler. On the side of his cab, he has the number 2 on each side of him. Gameplay. Francis Smudgers. He becomes active on night 3. On nights 1 and 2, he is facing away from the camera, with a sad facial expression. On night 3 onwards, he is facing the cameras with a creepy smile. He has red eyes and is Reneus, bearing face and nameplate. In all cameras, he makes a movement sound that is his whistle, albeit lower pitched. He also makes a demonic laughing noise. However, this does not indicate movement. He starts in the back shed and moves through main shed, the quarry, the mine entrance, the scrapyard, the entrance, and the east hallway. If the player does not close the door when he reaches this point, he will kill the player after he leaves the east hall. He will enter the south mine, which must be closed to prevent death. Final Smudgers 2.
Hey, Jacob.
He becomes active on night 3. He starts in the storage and moves to the storage entrance, work shed, right building side, front entrance, restaurant, and finally he jumps straight to the middle door, ignoring the hall. If he is in your office, squirt diesel until he leaves. Smudger will move faster if you use the alarm, so only use it if a diesel is in the right hallway. Final Smudgers 3. It becomes active on night 2 and can appear in all cameras except the storage room. He kills the player automatically at 6 a.m. on night 6, also called the Revenge Night. Final Smudgers 4 Engines of War. Smudger now not being a psychopathic engine is having second thoughts about what he has done and what has happened. His role is very different compared to the 3 other games. He is known to have a voice-activated headset, which activates with his voice to call people and will be the phone engine, where he calls a player Tim in the night. He does not do this on night 1, 3, or 6. Smudgers, one Tim brother. Smudger first appears in level 2 when he is tasked to deliver a mail train with Tim Barnett from one side of Sodor to the other. Smudger then appears in level 3's outro when he is taken away to the iOS by Stephen Walter. His last current appearance is level 4's outro when he meets Albert for the first time in years. Personality. Smudger was a complete show-off and often derailed, but refused to listen to advice. Duke warned him to be careful, but he took no notice soon. He was turned into a generator for the mass accidents he caused. As 3 games continues, Smudger is described to be a psychopathic engine, wanting for revenge on Duke and the old manager. He possessed most of the engines in 2015 when the Minnesota Railway reopens, later known as Smudgers Railway, at Bertram Station. As the 4th game onwards, Smudger, now not being a psychopathic engine, is having second thoughts about what he has done, and he regrets it, as in the start on Engines of War. He almost had killed himself after going through too much. However, this did not happen after Tim saved him, as his friends were in trouble possessed by Stanley.
Did I just hear some police alarms?
It sounded like some, but was that the
Yeah,
end?
chaos happens. So hold on, I'll continue right now. So okay, let's continue. If there is any more info, that is, and I do apologize what just happened there. Sometimes it does happen. Apparently that was it. That was all for Smudger.
Okay.
So first, about 3 games. I mean, I don't really blame him for trying to take revenge, but and the 4th game, though, he really has changed.
I see. Yeah, when people make videos out of Smudger, they want it because they want him to learn his lesson and to change his ways, and want him to be part of the Scholarly Railway.
Yeah, I also give his story 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was interesting.
I mean, honestly, it's a 9.9 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of 10 for me.
You know,
Oh. Anyways, I gotta leave now, so I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, guys, we will hear about Stanley and Proteus's backstory on the next one.
Hmm.
And then I'll be making OCs after Stanley and Proteus's backstory.
I see. Anyways, I'm gonna leave now.
Alright.
All right, this will be maybe at 2:30.